G'day fellow Christians of the internet, this is the most must-see subscriber going here on YouTube, Bruzo Dragonius. As we all know, the time of this recording, the year 2021 is coming to an end. And even though that Christmas is over, from what I believe, that the time between Christmas through the Boxing Day until 12 o'clock in New Year's Eve, or in most cases and all that kind of stuff, we tend to, I believe that it would be the most appropriate time to even just go and, just to think of the best things that you did in this one year, the best things that you got, the best moments of your entire life as of in this year that's coming to an end, to reflect on both the good things and the bad things. And to be honest with you, what are you going to hope for? And the reason why I'm making this vlog is not only to say goodbye to 2020 and welcome back 2021. Hell, by the time this video is out, it'll be 2022. I just thought that about making some sort of an unscripted vlog about, of my personal experiences and all that kind of stuff. The crap that we've been having, both the good, bad, and what will we hope for in the future, and maybe in sometimes predict how's 2022 going to end up like. And I just wanted to make this video just to do a bit of an unscripted point of view of it, most likely a vlog or an update video on how 2021 affected me, how it impacts me, some of my experiences of 2021 that I had, be it as a good and a bad. To those that are watching this, some of those points that I'm about to make, well, you all might as well just relate, to be honest. Now, I don't know what to start it on, whether it's, I might just focus on, first of all, the bad. I'm going to address the bad things first. I mean, we got COVID, we had suffered another year of COVID, not only that, but it had mutated to the point that it has been ending up being more contagious. But, however, thanks to all the advances of medicine, i.e. the vaccine, the Omicron variant of the virus isn't as deadly as the Delta. And I'm not talking about Delta Gudrun, but the Delta variant of the virus. We have seen numerous events being cancelled and all that kind of stuff. I remember back in 2020 where a lot of cons have been cancelled because of this stupid virus that is a Delta variant. And not only that, but the variant before the Delta. I know for a fact being is that because of this virus, the Omicron variant, Danny is just going to end up having to wear masks and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Those surgical masks over our mouths. Unless we are, of course, an Argonian, of course. But even though that we hardly do get the disease, being an Argonian means that my antibodies are very much adapted to even worse diseases than what any variant of COVID has bring, because, and for that, ever since that the Omicron variant came here, all the events are starting to get cancelled, being postponed. I remember that in 2022, the Delta ended up being so bad that, vaccinated or not, it had became that point where we couldn't see our parents again, or around that time at least. I remember this time where basically, even though that me and my parents had been living in the same LGA, I wasn't allowed to go over to my parents' place for at least 2 weeks, until Freedom Day. But Sydney, there's a lot more worse cases, being that I remember that in Sydney, they're not allowed to leave 5Ks from their homes, even no matter if it's within the LGA or not. I remember this dark time, and it just brought my head in so mentally and all that kind of stuff. Just damn this forest of the void. And even the reports of, even though that I really started not to care about the cases and the updates of the cases and that. I remember this year that on the news I ended up seeing Gladys Berejiklian, former Premier of New South Wales, which, to be honest with you, she's not Premier anymore. Instead, we've got this other dweeb that is Dominic Perrottet. I don't know what he's like or something like that, but, we ended up hearing cases every single day and that, and I do remember hearing things about the virus on TV, on the radio, throughout all entire media. It's hearing cases is a lot frequent than hearing the weather. You could just say, New South Wales has this many, Queensland has this many, and you can just say, within New South Wales, some city has this many, Sydney has this many. It all goes on and on about it. And it's doing my head in, and it's just that I'm really, really sick of it. And even though that we won't find a cure or anything to stop this, as a matter of fact, whether we like it or not, COVID is going to be here for the rest of our lives, virtually, until we find a cure. But even though that whether or not that we would find a cure or something like that, we'd probably end up having to get boosters and all that kind of stuff. And having to even wear masks, even in public transport, and to be honest, and all that kind of stuff, and in planes and all that kind of stuff, just to contain the virus. And to be honest with you, boosters and vaccinations and all that kind of stuff that we had to do is more to protect us. So if you were an anti-vaxxer or an anti-masker, that should be on you, to be honest. And it's going to keep on mutating and mutating. It's going to get more contagious. And the reason why it ain't getting more deadly is because of vaccinations and boosters. And what's next? Is the Omicron going to mutate and become some other variant? Possibly, I don't know, the Delta Plus Rewards program? Actually no, the Delta Max Plus Reward, the Kenny McCormick. In case you don't know, I'm referencing South Park in this new South Park episode, which is the post-COVID special. In other words, the one that's where the main kids, like Eric Cartman, Kenny, Stan Marsh, and Carl Broflovsky ends up being grown up and having their own kids, And if you're a fan of South Park, you probably would get that. Because of a lot of lockdowns, and even if we're in a lockdown, it didn't even stop the damn virus. As a matter of fact, it still keeps on going, even though that each and every one of us on Earth, or at least here in Australia, or at least here in the state of New South Wales, ended up being locked to our own houses, never to be seeing our own relatives. And that's at least living with them. But the thing about it is that hopefully that there's no lockdowns. Hopefully that cons will end up keep on going. Because what lockdowns only do is hurt the economy and all that kind of stuff, and destroy jobs and all that. Didn't contain the virus at all. Besides COVID, I just have to focus. I mean, there are some good things, you know. Like 2021 is at least better than the year 2020, to be honest. I remember in the year 2020, everything is cancelled. Or there's at least a lot of restrictions and all that kind of stuff. Even though that they ended up having to play the NRL Grand Final in Queensland for the first time, you know, because of this damn crap. But here's a good part about this year, that I've gone to a furry convention that was on in the middle of 2021, or could have been 2020. That, from what I know, is the first ever furry convention in the whole entire world since the COVID pandemic started. Australia was doing great with the containment of COVID and all that kind of. We had our own freedom, and even 30 was on. And I had an amazing time there and that, you know. And I know that the thing that I'm really concerned about is Furdu would have been another MFF 2014 because of this COVID. Thank the East! It didn't. I'm not going to go into more detail about that, but maybe I'm just going to do another video about it. You know, you probably would see with the highlights and that. Even though that I didn't have enough footage coming together, I mean, just for vlog and all that kind of stuff like I originally wanted to, but I had an amazing time there because, you know, I met a lot of people, you know, very nice people, made new friends and all that kind of stuff. And I had a complete blast. And even the highlights is to help folks with his music video that he was working on while there, and what could have been the world's biggest human table things. You know, I had a lot of fun and all that kind of stuff. And I had a blast, you know. Got a lot of pictures and all that kind of stuff. Around 9 months later, I think, the other highlight from what I had is that I ended up being invited to my first ever fur meet in 6 whole years. 6 whole years I haven't been, and I was there in the Sanford barbecue and all that. And I'll tell you what, I ended up going on a proviso that I have to have a support worker with me, which I ended up. And I even driven the whole entire 2.5 hours. I mean, even the 2 of it is probably up along the M1 and through the North Connects tunnel, which cuts time from the trip. Man, that's a godsend, that tunnel, honestly. And from there, I met some of my old friends and all that kind of stuff. Even though that, you know, these people are so amazing. They're generally nice people. They welcomed me with open arms. You know, I did get a couple of photos with other suitors, and all that kind of stuff, and other creators, including one of the organisers of the December barbecue meet in Otley, which is a suburb south of, pretty much near Botany within the St George region. And I just had an amazing time there, just met all the kids here, just had a lot of hugs and all that kind of stuff. Had some photos, just mucked around. And even Kat herself welcomed me and all that kind of stuff. And she's honestly a really nice girl, to be honest. She's a character in that, she's bubbly, but she's also a nice girl, and a lot of furries are like that as well. A lot of them, they're very nice people and all that kind of stuff. I've been to numerous cosplay conventions like Supernova this year. I ended up coming with my NDIS group as well. I ended up going by train. I know that because of these new rules now, it just sets me off catching public transport altogether. Even going as far as Sydney, And I thought that going to cons using public transport is just a nightmare. At least logistically, to be honest. The only good thing about it is the money. I mean, the fare and all that kind of stuff, and having to change train stations from Strathfield, then at Lincoln, just to get to Olympic Park, and do the same thing back, but in reverse. Olympic Park to Lincoln, then Lincoln to Strathfield, then Strathfield to Newcastle. Overall, I think that 2021 is better than 2020 by far, despite the lockdowns and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know if I have any real New Year's resolutions and all that kind of stuff. Whether it's just, whether it's going to more cons and all that kind of stuff. Whether to make this channel more, do more things to this channel and all that kind of stuff. Make more better videos and all that kind of stuff. Hopefully get paid work, And as 2022 draws near, mind you that this video is shot in 2021, using this new format. I mean, honestly, I'm using this video, I'm filming this video using my iPhone, not the webcam from my laptop. Like each and every one of you is watching this, I'm hoping that, I want more better, this year needs to be more better than last year, even more better, even though that it's better than 2020. Damn 2020 to the void, on account that you can't do anything because of this stupid virus, this stupid COVID-19. So, like you, in conclusion, I'm hoping that 2022 will be a lot more better for us, for the whole entire world. And all of you that is just watching this on YouTube can really agree with me on that. I'm hoping that 2022 will be a lot better. So, anyway, sorry for the long video of that, trying to, doing this vlog, just just wrapping up my thoughts, you know. Farewell in 2021 and welcome 2022. Even though this video will be in 2022. So it could be a video welcoming 2022, you know, even though that originally I wanted to make this video a lot sooner, but I just sort of made this, I was too busy bringing Christmas cheer to Tamriel back in Nern. So anyway, I'm going to end it by, you know, welcoming more questions and all that kind of stuff. I mean, look, just, you can comment down. What are your plans on New Year's resolution? I mean, what is your New Year's resolution if you have one? You know, what are your plans for 2022? You know, is there more cons that's coming up that you're going to and all that kind of stuff? You know, what are you hoping? What are you predicting of what would happen in 2022? I mean, as of now, every year we just celebrate another year without suffering COVID. You know, without suffering COVID. And if we have survived it, I'm just going to blabber on so you can more welcome to comment these things that I just said. If you do like this video, give me a thumbs up. You're more than welcome to subscribe to this channel, even though that I do encourage you. And if so, please, if you do like my content, I appreciate you if you do. As a matter of fact, I really do love you. Even I do appreciate your time watching this video. To be a notification squad, press the bell icon so you can be the first one to know. Usual social media is also in the description below, as well as ways to give me money. If you want to friend me on PSN, my gamer tag is on Bruzo21. Same as if you want to find me within Nern, just look for my gamer tag or Bruzo21. As always, I'm just wrapping up by saying thank you so much at least for watching this. You're all amazing. Sorry for the long video. Sorry for blabbering on. I love you all. And until next time, I wish each and every one of you a happy and healthy new year. Stay safe. Try not to be positive to this stupid virus, even though that we have to live with it now, unfortunately. And as always, I'm starting off by saying, this is the most must-see and subscribe going here on YouTube and online ambassador of Black Marsh, Bruzo Dragonius, starting off by saying these words, these last words I will ever say in 2021 in this recording. As always, may He guide you all, and bye for now.